Hi everyone, this is Ann. This is going to be our first class assignment on how to create life images. And I just decided to use the word mini since mine would say mini life. Yours can say coach, it can say mother, football, whatever you want it to be. You can use the letters LIFE, or you can use whatever word you want in your assignment that you're going to create, and you're going to upload just the image of the file, not the actual file itself, because we don't upload actual SVG files in the group. But I use my snipping tool that I've told you all about, that I would just come over here and copy, highlight what I want, and then I would just save it to my desktop, and that's how I would get my image. So whatever life design you want to make is fine with me. Whether you have one image or two or however many you want to have, that's also fine with me. I just want to make sure that you are comfortable in knowing how to create your own life files. So let's just get to a couple of basics. Um, when you are using the fonts inside of Inkscape, you do not have to trace them, but all of the images have to be traced in order for it to work. And all we're going to be using is our path difference. That's all that we're going to be using the entire time. Most of your time in creating your file is going to be trying to think of which life design you want, and then finding your coordinating images to go along with them. I have traced all of these already, and that's what you see down here highlighted in red. And let me show you how I created them, and let's get started. So I'm just going to shrink this one down some, and I'm just holding my control key and pushing the arrows in. So with this mini here, what I'm going to do is resize it before I duplicate it, because that's what I've been doing in the other classes. Is I make it big enough so that you can see what's going on, and I resize it after I've duplicated it, and that didn't really help me out much. So I'll put them down here because I want to be able to show you a couple of different ways that it can be done. Wow, I should not forget that color for sure. And let me just duplicate it again, because there's about I think it was four different methods that I showed in the 9 o'clock class as to how to make these life designs. And again, I don't want to confuse you, because I did not use the word life. You don't have to. And with my images, I did trace. I did not break apart. All I did was trace them, because you do not need, the only time you use break apart is when you're going to layer. And all of mine are a single layer. And so now we'll get started with it. When the word, once you um, I'm going to show you how I made this word, but then I'm going to use one that I've duplicated so that I have that size. That way I'm really going from scratch. You come over here and click on the text tool, click on the screen, and type in your word. Mini is mine, and go up to the font names. Most people use Impact, IMPACT, but I found this one on dafont.com, Chunk 5EX, and it looks a lot better for me. So now I'm going to just drag it out as big as I want it to be. And that's how I start out with it. The only thing is I need to separate these letters now. And so the only way I can separate them is I have to make it a path, or an object becoming a path. Because remember in Inkscape, once you trace an image, it no longer calls it an image, it calls it a path. Well, that's similar to text as well. When I click on text down in my information screen, it tells me that it's still text. I can't ungroup text. I have to make it an object. So with it highlighted, I'll go to path, object to path. Now I can do ungroup, and I have, now they're all separate letters. So I could, if I just really want it to be different, I could tilt my letters when I make mine. Um, so I would space it out a little. And all I'm doing is clicking a second time to get these rotation arrows on there. And that's just to make mine look a little bit different from the norm. So whatever way you want to do it, it really does not matter. That's just your creative mind. And these, I'll just move them down some out of our way. And let me duplicate these a couple of times and put it over here to the corner. Because I will need them on each one of the examples that I'm going to be showing you. And one last time. And I think that will cover all of my examples. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's like my letter E got all wonked out there for a second. But I just moved it and it got back in place. So I'll position that one a little bit different. So this is just a different look for it. Obviously you can keep it all uniform. If the way I have it is driving you crazy, it's up to you how you want to do it. So, with them separated, now all we're going to do is position. Let me ungroup these because I grouped them together. All you have to do now is just position them where you want them to go, because you will have traced them first. I suggest doing that first. And in your mind or somewhere on your document, kind of line up how you want your letters, which images you want on your letter. It'll save you a lot of time. And that's what I sort of did. This is MINNI and E. That's what I came up with as to where, which images I want on here. And other than that, it is path and difference. So with these, they're on the bottom. So you need to raise your image to the top. And that's the icon to use, or you can go to object, raise to top or lower to bottom, but the image needs to be on top. And once you have the image positioned where you want it at, hold your control key down and drag one of the directional keys to make it bigger. And if you click it again, you get the rotation so that you can move it exactly in the right spot that you want it at. Obviously, whatever is not in the letter is going to be cropped out, but that's where I want that one at. This is in the middle. I need to bring it to the top. I'm satisfied with it there. This one here, bring it to the top. I think I'll let her stay there. This was my little sassy mini here. Bring her to the top. This went here, I think, and we'll bring it to the top. And I could just go ahead and select all of these and say bring to the top. And that will save me a few extra little steps. See, it's automatically at the top. So I think that one was there. That one over there. This is my Michael Jackson mini. Uh, Move them up to the top and move my little bride down here at the bottom. This one here, I'm going to click it again and rotate it around. And this is my bow, and I'm going to leave it right there. So I position everything where I want it. So now all I have to do is the path difference. And remember, you can only do one at a time. So we're going to click on uh, the letter, hold the shift key down, and then click on the image and go to path difference. And it is now sort of uh, engraved inside of that letter. Oh, where am I at? Difference. Then click here, and I'm just repeating the steps for each one of these letters. Now I want to show you something on this one. I left it, when I traced it, I left it black. I did not try to reduce the threshold down because I know that whatever is black is going to show up as white. A what I want to say. It's going to show up as white in it, but not as an outline. It'll stay solid. So get this position back there, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, see, it's more of a solid color. That's why I did not reduce the threshold when I traced it. So now I have all my letters selected. I have them at this black. Let's try a blue color for many. And they're all selected. So I'm going to group them. And I'll go ahead and do path union, which is like welding it, although it already is. My last step is path object to path because I was working with text, so I need to make sure that it's now an object, and it is. And so this one is done. Of course, the only thing left is to type out that it's Minnie's life. Um, and I don't need to show you how to do that because I've already shown you how I typed out the word mini. So that is one of the ways that you can do yours. Um, this other one here, what I'm going to do is I want to do an outline of everything. I don't want the letter field. So the first thing I have to do is create the outline. And so all I've done is typed it and colored it, filled it with color. That's it. Well, you saw me duplicate it. So now what I'm going to do is go to Path, Linked Offset, and gosh, it's so hard to tell. I need to make this one darker because I'm looking for my little diamond that's there. So, and I'm not seeing it. Path, I should not have to do object to path yet, but let's see. Path link offset, because I don't see it. I think it's because I did a duplicate. So what I'm going to do, because I want to show you that feature, is I'm just going to type again my word from scratch. Okay, so now let's see. Yes, now I have that little triangle. So it doesn't like a duplicate, it wants you to type it out. And the reason that I did that is because I want to have an outline. So what I'm going to do now is create an offset so that I can combine them both and get rid of the top layer, which is the black that you see. So remember, when you do this and you see your diamond, is to go down here and pick another color so that as you click on that diamond and increase it, you get to see just how much of an outline you have. You may not want that much. And so I need a little bit more. So that looks okay to me. So now I'm going to highlight my offset on the back and the word, my original word, and go back to path and difference. Remember I said in this one, that's all. Let me put it in black. That's all you're doing is path and difference. And so now that I have it this way, I think I can ungroup. No, now I need to make it object to path, and then I can ungroup it. Come on, I know you ungroup. Path, group, and I need to be able to ungroup them. Wow, I can't believe that this feature is not working. Break apart. Um, and if I'm looking at this, I have them separated now, but I have, let's see what's going on. Nope, I still have that same top layer. So this is such a bummer that it's going to make me do each one of these separately to get my difference. And I really hate that. I thought that I could do the whole word at one time. Life really would have been wonderful. And the reason that I'm doing this is because sometimes you just want to have your shirt or your bag, whatever you're putting this on, you want it to be shown through the letters. So that's why the outline. So now I'll take these and ungroup them. Oh, that, yeah, ungroup, yeah, ungroup them. And let's go back to positioning them the way that I had them before. Shoes was in the middle. This one is over here. Uh, this was my little sassy mini there. This one peeked in there, and she was right there. Let's see. There. The two there. I think he was by himself. And we'll put her there, down a little bit. And then we'll put this one here. And so the only thing that we want to do now is, since these are already a single layer, all you have to do at this point is just go to Path Union. Oh, come on. There you go. Path Union. And now it's all one piece to cut. If I can move it over some of this purple so that you can see. It's all one piece. And so that is, wow, I left her out. I don't know where she belonged. Hmm. I think she belonged, go back one more. I think she belonged on this one. It's so tiny up there I can't really make it out, but I think she belonged on this one. So now just highlight all of them and say Path Union, which is like weld. And so that is the outline. The next one that I want to show, and again, I made duplicates, so let's hope it allows me to do this and I won't have to start all over typing again, is I want to show you how to have different colors on the top versus the ones on, versus having just a solid one, like what you see here. Inkscape does not have a knife tool. So in order to cut something, you have to manipulate it either with the Bezier tool that cuts a straight line all the way across. I'm not sure mine is straight or not. Um, my field and my stroke, and I always look in this corner when you're using the Bezier tool, any of the tools over here, because I don't want to fill. I just want a stroke, and a stroke is a line, but I see that I have a fill, so I'm going to click here to get the properties, and I'll go under fill and click this X because I don't want it to fill it up. I just want my line. And so now I have this line. Let me click on it. Guess while I'm over here, I do stroke style and make the line a little, uh, the width on it a little bit more so you can start to see it. Hopefully you see it a little bit more, and I'll close the properties. Once you've drawn your line through it, again, you're just going to highlight the Bezier line and your word and go to path, difference. Come on. Try it one more time. Uh, Wait, I think this is still text. No, it says objects, so it should work. And we'll try it once more. Path difference. And let's see if it did anything. I'll say break apart. And let's see if it did it. Nope, it did not. Okay, so much for that. I guess it's just a long night for me. Let's go with the rectangle, but I know that the Bezier line will work. I need to change this triangle to a different color. So I'll go back over here and under fill. Come on. I don't have an object. I do have an object. Okay. I don't want blue. I want red. Okay, good. I better leave this up because it's acting kind of wonky on me. So with the rectangle, what you want to do is to draw one longer than your word, and you want it kind of skinny. And with it, we're going to highlight the rectangle is highlighted and the word is highlighted, and we'll say difference. For the life of me, I cannot figure that out. Let me pause this and figure out what's wrong, and I'll come back. Okay, I'm back, and I apologize for the delay in this. I guess it's just been a long day for me. Once you have your word ready, and to make it two different colors, you have to draw a triangle. And the triangle, I mean a rectangle. If it's the same color as a letter, you're never going to see where your line is. So you just start drawing one just to get it started. Click on your select tool, come down to the bottom and pick a different color. And now drag it all the way across from your image. Try to make it as thin as you can, but not terribly thin. And then just drag it down to the point of where you want it to be cut at. And once you do that, then you're set. The only thing that's left is to sort of move it out of the way, select all of your letters, and I need to break it apart because I fixed it while I paused the tape. So we're gonna do break apart because that's how the letters are. They're all going to be separated. You want to select all of them and go to path and combine them. And I was trying to separate it without combining them. And I want to be careful with this M to see, make sure I got it in a good spot here. And so now I will select both the rectangle line and the word, and now go to path difference, and it separates the colors for me. So now I can ungroup them. I think it's going to be ungroup. Nope, break apart. Go back and break them apart. But what has happened is they actually broke them into all these pieces. So I'm going to group those two, these two pieces. And that wouldn't happen with life because with the word life, you are not going to have all these extra parts that go to it when you look at the word life. But because I chose the word many, I chose one that the letter group it makes two different parts at the top. And see, like with that one, we wouldn't have to worry about it. Likewise, we need to grab all of the pieces that go with the letter and just group it. So remember that if you're using other letters that have, two parts to them. So now that I have them set, I'm going to draw my line around everything on the top, and I will pick this cool hot pink color here, and let me slide this back and pick black. So that's how my mini is going to look. So now um, I will I'll use these parts here, and I guess I'll just make them blue because you would never see the black through the black. So with these here, let me move this orange down. I need to ungroup them. Okay. And the same thing, I'll just start positioning them where I want them um, to go. And remember, now they're split, so I have to take that into consideration. As before, I could put like this many right in the center. I don't have the center anymore because I've divided the letters, which also means that sort of kind of running out of pieces to put on them. So I guess I'll shrink this one down some so that at least I have one on each one of my letters, and I'll put this one there. So after doing that and putting them in the position you want, then you're just back to separate clicking on the top part of your letter and highlighting one of these images at a time. And did I get it? Difference. Okay, so it still is recognizing this one as, it is not seeing this as one combined piece. So let me go back now and combine it and see if it will let me do my path difference. And it does. Okay. I had it grouped, I didn't have it combined, and that's why I did that. Same thing here, back and combine again. Now, why I had to do that twice, I have no idea. Now I'm going to have to combine this. Okay. Well, three pieces, so I need to go back and do path combine on it in order to get these shoes to show up. Same thing here. Even though it is grouped together, it's not combined. Little. So now you have it to where it is split. So let's go back here and grab just, I'm gonna have to do them separately. Okay, I think I see my line, dotted line around them. So now I'll select group, and I see it over there, so I'll select group. And with either the top or the bottom highlighted, I use my arrow keys on my keypad, and I'm just moving the down arrow until they sort of merge in there together. And I need to do it a little bit more. Now you have your two colors in there. So I'll group both the top and the bottom together now so that I have them. So I've shown you this way with the letter field. I've shown you with the outline of the letter. And now I've shown you how to do two colors. So one of these three methods, I'm looking for you to create for your assignment a life design. If you have questions, post them on this video or tag me in there. But I'm looking for something really, really creative in whatever life you decide to pick, be it life as a dog groomer, life as a secretary, life as whatever it is. That's what I'm looking for in the assignment. So, again, ask any questions that you have, and I will see you in the group. Thank you.